doing food delivery, and I went into Chipotle, and there's homeless man, and he's got a walker, and I don't think he has any teeth, and he doesn't seem very mentally with it. And like, as I'm arriving to pick up the order, they're trying to get him out of the store, and nobody's like even helping him. So I'm like, can I get the door for you? Because he's got a walker right in front of him. But then, he's like, well, can I use your, do you have a phone I can use? And I'm like, I'm right in the middle of an order. I can't do that. But also I wouldn't do that, which is kind of sad in a way, because that's the practical type of thing that homeless people need. But obviously there's a privacy we have about our things, and just like not wanting people to touch our things. I think I'm becoming a germaphobe like my daughter. But anyway, so I just felt like I had to kind of turn away from him. And then I'm seeing more and more people in the corners and in the streets, and they have all their little belongings with them. And I just have to keep turning away, because it's painful. Like, it hurts. It hurts my heart, and it hurts my soul. And we're not doing anything to help these people. We're making things more difficult for them. And I noticed that in the way that we have our society set up. We want to blame all of the homeless people and like poor people, and then people kind of at the bottom, but it's all the people at the top who put all the people in the bottom. The rich people have taken all the money. That's what Trump has done while he's been in office, is he's taken all the money from the minimal resources that we have among the bottom half and given it to the top half. And the thing is, people see this. You're seeing this in your paycheck. You're seeing this in the grocery store. You're seeing this in the way that everything is being, like, our economy sucks. But you still won't say anything. You still want to walk around and pretend like this country looks good. Anyway, what happens if a homeless person, like, what if they're trying to get a leg up? Or what if they're trying to pull themselves up by the bootstraps, like Republicans love to talk about? There's no bootstrap left. There are no resources. We're taking SNAP and Medicaid from the most vulnerable. Say this homeless person was fortunate enough to get to a point where he could have, one of those services, but he doesn't have an address where he can file for any benefit. So like, we've totally fucked him. By the way, where does he shower? Where does he use the bathroom? Where do they throw away their trash? That's another thing that I hear people talk about homeless people. It's like, they're just, everything around them is trash. I'm like, I agree with you, and I don't like the way it looks. But look around their area and see where there's a trash can anywhere for them to throw their trash away. Or where they get sacks or bags to help do that. Like, there are all sorts of problems in this area. And like, for someone who's supporting Trump, what is he doing to help this situation? Criminalizing homeless people? So more taxpayer money to go towards all of the police work it takes to do that, not to take into consideration that there's a lot of mental illness stuff happening right now. When you take a, like, enraged cop and go deal with a mentally ill person, it's going to end up being a bad thing. I'm not saying all situations are like that, but we're having more and more situations like that because we're not doing anything to help anyone. We're not doing anything to help the police either. Let's help the police. Let's help the homeless. Where's all the money for that? We're just continuing with this turning away. We're turning away from reality. And I understand you don't want to face it at this point, but we're all in this reality. It's just that we're awake to it. We're woke, yes. And you're not. If we keep turning away people and turning away from everyone and not wanting to help people, then we have lost the plot on what life is about. Whatever baubles you get to buy because you have a lot of money, you can't take it with you. It doesn't mean anything. What legacy are you leaving? Your yacht? I'm not impressed. Were you giving of spirit and life? That's my life ambition, my life goal, is am I giving of my spirit? Am I giving of things that are good? I want good things for everyone. Even the Republicans who are demonizing and hating other people and saying that it's good that we're breaking up families and rounding them up to get them out of here. If that's what's in your heart and that's what you live every day, man, do I feel sad for you. So as I was driving here, I could feel myself starting to think about some of these things and getting really upset. And I had to take a pause and okay, let me reflect on what my body's feeling right now. My heart starts to race and I can feel my blood pressure increase when I start to think about things that are from a fear or a place of hate. And that's where Republicans are operating from. Everything is a fear. I don't know what you're afraid of. And why do you need to make everyone live the way you want them to live? We all have different life experiences and we all want something different out of life. I don't want the same things that you want. So stop forcing your beliefs on me. Let everybody come to that on their own. We're not trying to stop you from doing that. You can do that. Anyway, that's a little bit of what's been in my mind this morning. I'm going to try and keep a good attitude about things, but damn if there's not a homeless person on every corner. And I don't want to keep turning away. We need to be turning into love and togetherness and unity. I don't care if you think that's corny sounding. That's what feels right in my heart. If you're a human being, I think that's what naturally feels right in your heart. And if you're feeling something other than that, based on your beliefs, then maybe you should consider your beliefs.